All right, thank you for staying with us on Sports Tonight. But those are the highlights. We were talking about that game.
Yeah.
I'm not too impressed with the state of the pitch.
I'm surprised. This is a pitch that was opened last year. A stadium that was opened last year. And is waterlogged. That was what happened in the first game against Zamalek. Yes, yeah, we could say that maybe these are one of those factors that militated against Enyimba doing well at home and all that. But then those are just excuses. As far as I'm concerned, I felt Enyimba, they made mistake from the beginning of the season, and it actually affected them. And because of it, they are suffering for it. So they will just have to prepare for the next time they will be there. The last time we actually had Nigerian side in the group stage of the CAF Champions League was when Heartland and
Sunshine Stars.
They actually got to the semi-final. They played against each other. So that was the last time. I mean,
Sunshine got to
the finals.
Yeah.
Both of them played against each other.
They played against Kano Pillars in the semi-final.
They played against Kano Pillars in the semi-final. So,
but that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago.
That
was over 5 years ago. So right now, I think they just need to start learning their lesson and then know that continental football is big business, and you cannot just be changing. We should stop this culture of changing coaches
every season.
Every season.
Do you feel that the former coach Kadri Kana, he's won this competition before?
Of course.
You feel if he was still in charge of anybody, would have done better?
Well, I went through the profile of Kadri Kana. He's a coach that happens to be that normally works with a particular team in a season. After a season, he's going to call it quits, either having problem with the challenges with the management, or he himself saying he wants.
The year he won it with Enyimba was his first season.
With the club, and after winning it, he only embarked on coaching them for a while. Then after he called it quit. So he's a coach that is known for coaching a club for a season and
then he moves on.
So, but aside that, like you said the other time, talking about continuity in Nigerian football, it has been what has been a challenge generally, not just in club football, even at the national team level. Whenever the coaches actually had one or two challenges, what we normally call for is for them to be kicked out of the job. But I often tell people that if you look at it very well, in the European continent, you often see what we call continuity.
Okay.
You tend to see a coach.
So that's what you want to see?
Of course, we want to see continuity.
Okay, hold on.
I'm going to hate the process of the game.
All right, let's quickly move away now. Something very significant happened just a few minutes ago in Lagos. Something very significant for domestic football in Nigeria. I'm talking about the Nigeria Professional Football League and the partnership with beverage giants, alcoholic beverage giants in Nigeria, NBL. And let's just quickly talk about it now because it happened just a few minutes ago. Ari Wala, the LMC head of projects, is joining us via telephone on Sports Tonight. So let's quickly go over to a hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos. Ari is holding on to join us on the show. Ari, thank you so much for joining us via telephone on Sports Tonight. Something very significant has happened just a few minutes ago. Can you let us into what it is about? Star and the Nigeria Professional Football League unveiling a new partnership.
Yeah, good evening, Toyin and the crew, and of course to Channels Television, the leading television station both in sports and news. Well, today again we had a partnership that was sealed between a leading beer brand, Star, produced by NBL PLC, and of course the Nigerian Professional Football League, the height of football league in Nigeria, powered by the league management company. It's a multi-year deal that was signed today, and it was a very colorful event.
Tell us about it. You said it's a multi-year. What kind of partnership is this? What does it bring to the league?
First of all, to the MB PLC and the Star brand, the LMC has given out the beer brand exclusivity to them to partner with the league in sponsoring the league. And then, of course, for the league, there's a whole lot that has been lined up because we did a negotiation that had to be to the benefit of the football clubs, the players, the stakeholders. Because for a beginning, something that was demonstrated here was a Star brand that will have the NPFL logo at its forward. That will be served in every corner where Star is served. And the purpose for this, we are fighting for the hearts and minds of Nigerians. those who support football. And by taking these bottles into where they have their leisure time, this is something we're sending a message that constantly they'll be seeing the NPFL, they'll be seeing Star, and then they'll be seeing Nigerian football. Because it is from the Football League, NPFL, that we develop the national team.
What is in this, Ari, for the football fan? A lot of people have talked about, yeah, we commend the league management company for a lot of the things that they are doing, but tell us more about what is in this for the average football fan, and what positives can be drawn from this arrangement going forward. How do we sustain this going forward, Ari?
Okay, let me start from the positive. The positive is that this is a gateway into letting the corporate Nigeria know that the Nigerian Professional Football League is indeed a very viable platform for them to drive their brand promotion, to drive their brand sales, to brand their brand activation. And Star, as we have known it also, going into what they have done in the entertainment industry, they are bringing this into the football. And we believe that wherever you are going to be seeing football, wherever you're going to be seeing entertainment, the fans will be involved. And this is what Star wants to take all, or you remember that the Nigerian Professional Football League is a national league. It cuts across the whole states of the federation. And that also is telling you that fans all over the country will feel that pulse. They will be part of this movement. They will be part of the activations, because I would be in the right position to speak for Star, but I know that what they have said to us today, their activation plan is one that is very engaging, and that is one that will also drive the MPFL drive to win the hearts of Nigerians, to know that we'll have a league we'll be proud of.
Is this one of the many steps that we expect that the league management company will be taking in helping us get the private sector more involved in the game, and at the same time get government to gradually divest their stronghold on the clubs and on league football in Nigeria?
Yes, the league management company from the start has got its sponsorship rights. Our former title sponsor knew what benefit they got from it before they decided that they wanted to face other businesses. Our broadcast partner understands what benefit is coming to them, and why we said exactly that Star is a gateway is that it's going to be a proof to other corporates that, look, this is a gold mine that they have to invest in. This is a gold mine they have to be part of, because this is our own, and like Star has said, this is football, this is Nigeria, and this is the league. That is what is going to be happening in the coming weeks, in the coming months, and of course in the coming seasons of the Nigerian Professional Football League.
Ari, before I allow you to go, I'd like to also bring into the spotlight the players, because without the players, there won't be any league, and there won't be football even in the first place. What is in this for the players? Are there plans to make sure that the players are also able to benefit from this increasing interest that the private sector are beginning to have in our domestic football?
So in a natural word that comes to football is talking about a star player. And now you have a brand that is actually named Star. So we're going to be seeing activation.
Well, looks like we lost Ari there, and for me that was perhaps one of the most important questions for the night. But we don't know if we can get Ari back. If we cannot, we will talk more extensively about it maybe subsequently. But guys, let me just allow you to say a word very quickly, about a minute each. It's good. This is the dream to get the private sector. We've always talked about getting the private sector involved, and I think the league management company have taken the right step.
Yeah, they have been spot on so far. I used to say something about the fact that if you want to, it's just like this, if you want to attract ants, you have to have sugars around. And that is what the league management company have done. They put down the structures, and because they put down the structure is there. They have made sure that the league management company, the league in Nigeria, the Nigeria Professional League in Nigeria is very viable. And that is why you have, companies like
corporate bodies
now
lining up,
recently they went to Spain, and now it is a corporate body lining up, and there's a lot of benefit there. You asked a very important question. I was hoping he was going to talk about that. The benefit is going to help, how it will help the players, the benefit that the players will derive from it. I feel the players will derive a lot of benefit from it because the league management company, based on what he said and based on what we have been saying, they have been spot on so far. So I think big ups to them. Just like the UEFA Champions League, they restructured in '92, and before you know it, a beverage company too is actually sponsoring it, and you can see how well they are doing. So I feel this one too will be very valuable.
But I mean, this is the future, really, of the game. The more we get the private sector involved, because people have talked about government alone funding sports, it's heavy. Yeah, we have to get the private sector to be involved, and for football, this is the way to go.
This is just the way to go. We've been longing for things like this in Nigerian football ever since, that we want to see corporate organizations actually come on board and put their money on disc, and for them to run their wonderful league, which we always want to see become like what we are seeing in the outside world, talking about the European continent,
the EPL, the La Liga, so the German league. I'm
always happy whenever I have news about what is going on in the Nigerian Professional Football League. Shehu Diko-led board, they've been doing wonderfully well, and I will always salute them. Let them just keep the good work going, and let us see more sponsorship, and let us see more corporate organizations actually bring their money to the table.
Yeah.
All right, so that's it. Huge announcement today for the league, for the Nigerian Professional Football League. We hope that this impacts on the game. We hope the sponsors are going to be there. The corporate bodies will be there for the long haul, so that they will be partners in helping to move our football from what it is to where we want it to be. All right, but let me just quickly tell you that we want you to talk to us. A lot of comments are coming through on Twitter, talking about the partnership that has been announced today, and of course a lot of other issues around the Nigerian Professional Football and of course the CAF Champions League. And this one is coming through from Holyfield. He says, he's talking about the Olympic Games now. He says, can you tell me the countries that came to Rio and left without any medals? He wants to use this to judge Nigeria. I think the issue is not judging anybody. The issue is to focus on yourself.
Of course.
Pay attention on yourself, your weaknesses. And by the time you try to correct yourself, you will discover that you have very little time left to criticize any other person. Of course. All right? So forget about those who didn't win any medals at the Rio Olympics.
Start with yourself.
Start with yourself.
Oh, yeah.
The single medal we got at the Olympics, is that the best that we can get for a country that finished ahead of Great Britain in 1996? Look at how well they are performing. Look at where they finished on the medals table. I think if you want to look inwards, you don't have time to begin to look at other people. You focus on yourself.
Very true.
That's the issue for me. All right. Somebody talking about his high points. We told you to talk to us about your high points and the low points. Ken Adebuba says the high point for him was Mikel scoring for Nigeria again, and I think he scored for Nigeria against Denmark, and he assisted so many goals. All the goals in the third place game,
of course. You know the funny thing
was Mikel. All the goals, hold on.
Okay.
All the goals in the third place game against Honduras was Mikel.
Yes. Funny thing was that the goal he scored was the first goal he's going to score for Nigeria in 3 years. Now the last time he scored for Nigeria was in Brazil.
Against
same stadium.
The same end.
Same stadium.
Against Uruguay?
Yes.
At the Confederations Cup?
At the Confederations Cup. So that was the last time he scored for Nigeria.
Maybe
and
we should be
again in Brazil. Maybe
we should be playing in Brazil. We should be playing in Brazil.
He said he wants to experience the Olympic once again, 2020. But I don't think that is possible.
That's a long way off. That's a long way off the Olympic Games in 2020. Chiku Nedum at Carl Jonas says the high point for him was our first football match against Japan. We got there barely 5 hours to the game. He says, seeing the way those boys fought, in spite of all the obstacles, brought tears to his eyes. That was a very significant game. I'm sure in Olympic history, that game has a place.
Yes, so
of course. 5 hours to the game we got in.
Yes.
And you won.
And then the boys had a lot of energy. They scored 5 goals.
Of course.
They began to tire out towards the end, and the Japanese were almost equalizing.
Yes.
Of course. Dramatic game.
Very, very dramatic game, honestly.
Plenty of drama.
Very, very
but I think that game also attracted that Japanese surgeon.
Of course.
And the good money that they made at the end of the day
really attracted him. Because if you look at how our guys actually put up perform in that particular game, you would definitely say kudos to them. Like you said the other time, that it was about 5 hours to that particular game they got to Brazil, and also getting to the field of play, and they put up a very good show, even scoring 5 goals before 70 minutes. That was indeed a great one for them.
All right, let's go on a break now. Let's take a break now. When we return from the break, we'll be talking about Team Nigeria at the Olympics with pictures on Sports Tonight. Join us again.